So on we go on day 2 of the World Powerlifting Asia Oceania Open Championship in Pyeongtaek, just south of Seoul. Well, a couple of hours. Well, we've had 4 first-time medalists in the women's 50 kg final. What follows in the men's 54 kilo decider. So we've got 10 going in this final, all the way up to David Dektariev, who is the reigning world and Paralympic champion, and Bin An Nguyen, who's the reigning Asia Oceania and Asian Games champion. World silver medalist Yang Jinlang as well. Asian Games bronze medalist Choi Kyun-jin. This looks like being very, very competitive. Sheriff Osman with our world record for Egypt, 2:05 at the World Championships in Dubai 8 years ago. Asian record going up to 185. We'll keep our eyes open for that. $185, David Dektariev's Asian record set in Tbilisi when he won the world title last year. Athletes on the way out now for this men's 54 kilo decider. Ten in this. Prospects of this being a very good competitive joust. For Thailand, Thanakrit Mankorn, Jung Bonjung of Korea. This is Azizbek Semabekolu of Kyrgyzstan. Takuya Fujihira of Japan. Farman Basha of India. Mutsunori Ishikawa of Japan. Choi Kyun-jin of Korea. Yang Jinlang of China, the world silver medalist. Bin An Nguyen, the defending champion for Vietnam and the reigning world and Paralympic champion, and the Asian record holder for Kazakhstan, David Dektariev. That's the 10. The profiles rolling through in the bottom of your picture as well. This looks as if it's going to be quite a decent competition now, I should expect. And our referees, Danny Ortiz Vasilina Narenzaki and Musa Azabad. And here they come. And there's our jury for this men's 54 kg decider. Going all the way up to 175 for David Dektariev. Looks like we're on the way to a really competitive contest between these 10. Lots of medals between these 10. Originally we had an entry list of 7. Farman Basha coming in, the silver medalist in the last Asian Para Games. Good to have him back on board. And the scene in the warm-up area, backstage. Final preparations being ironed out. Choi Kun-jung and Jung Bung-jun. All set. at this Anjung Gymnasium in the Anjung district of Pyeongtaek. We're heading towards downtown here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the competition for men's up to 54 kilograms category for 2022 Oceania Open Championships. This afternoon, we're going to witness the competition for men 54 kilograms with 10 athletes representing 8 countries. We will begin the countdown now.
And the countdown's on for the latest competition, the Asia Oceania Championships.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the competition will begin now. Loaders, please load the bar to 140 kilograms, red hat 30.
So first to go, Thanakrit Mangtorn of Thailand.
First attack, representing Thailand, Pyeongtaek.
It's been at the last 2 World Championships. Finished 11th and 16th in those, based in Pattaya now, had been in Bangkok previously. Bronze in the Egger World Cup in Hungary in 2019. First time we've seen him in continental competition. He made his international debut just after the last Asia Oceania Championships and Asian Games in 2018. And a reminder that 2 competitions are traditional best lift, but also now the total score earns a set of medals in its own right. So Mangtorn going for 114, which would be a new lifetime best. So Thanakrit Mangtorn coming now, 114. Got that race well. We had a really good standard in the previous women's competition where in the entire first round everybody was successful. We're going to go to the flags. And it is 3 white flags for Mangtorn. It's a good lift. And he does what he wished to do, the best lift of his professional career. Good job. Sets him up for the rest of the competition, and do not forget that Akiko Nakajima in the women's 50 kg final started with the lowest attempt in the first round, had the lowest attempt in each of the 3 rounds, but was one of only 2 lifters to get every single attempt and on the total score finished with the silver medal. So there's a good reason and more incentive now to go for and get every lift. So next to go for Korea, the host nation, it is Jung Bong-jun. 21 years old, his first major championship. .105 his target. This would be a lifetime best for him if he were to get it. And he has. 3 out of 3 for Jung Bong-jun, and he is our new leader. Very well taken. Well, that's good news for Jung Bong-jun. Obviously, Korea have the right, if they wish, to have an entrant at every competition, being the hosts. So next up, a man we've seen quite a few times in the junior circuit, Junior World Championships, Azizbek Samabek Ulu of Kyrgyzstan. Still 19 years old, 4th in the World Juniors in Nur Sultan in 2019. So this is at elite level, his first major championship. A student in Bishkek, became interested in powerlifting after seeing it on TV. His coach is Adnan Shabrailov. And he's starting off at 115, which would match his lifetime best. Due to go up to 175 in the opening round here. So 115 for Samabek Ulu, and he's got it. All 3 referees in his favour. A whiteout straight away, and that is really, really good going. Good news, good start for Azizbek. And he can go on, and even where he is, which is 60 kilos off the heaviest attempt in this opening round, if he's good with all 3 lifts, well then, what chance does he have in the total competition? Quite a good chance, I would say. So now for Japan, Takuya Fujihira, the 29-year-old. It's his first major championship. And he is a reasonably late entrant, a late qualifier for Pyeongtaek. Takuya Fujihira. $118. This to give him a very good first round advantage over Mangtorn, Jung, and Zamabek Ulu. That press wasn't the best. Has to be worked on. Wasn't equally through, and all three against. So Takuya Fujihira suddenly in a spot of bother when it comes to the total competition. Obviously, in terms of best lift, still has prospects. The top 3 attempts, if they're successful in this opening round, well, 167 would be the bronze medal positioning if Yang Jinlang is successful. Although now you see he's going for 176, so a few changes in horizon. We are going to go heavier than we first thought. Farman Basha is up next. He's going for 130 in this opening round for India. The Asian Games silver medalist in Jakarta 4 years ago. Bronze previously in Incheon, and the Asian Championship bronze medalist in Almaty in 2015, before Oceania got on board here. This for the lead, this for 130. $155 is lifetime best, so scope certainly. It's 130 for the lead for Farman Basha. India now beginning to win medals in powerlifting. He didn't at first seem to like that very much, but it's fine. 2 out of 3 in his favour, 1 against in the press sequence, but that's okay. Farman Basha into the lead for India on 130. And they really are making them up now in this sport. Making the big breakthrough in the past 8 years. Now regularly successful. Works as a sports coach himself, based in Bengaluru. Strongman of India. In 2005 he won. A strong man here as well. Next up, an attempt at a lifetime best for Mitsunori Ishikawa. 140 is what he's lifted previously, this for 145. We've seen him in the last 2 World Championships, finished 10th in Nur Sultan 3 years ago. No mark though in Tbilisi in Georgia at the end of last year, and in his major championship debut he finished 6th at the last Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu. Japan's coach is Takeyoshi Okamoto. Based in Hidano, the powerhouse Tsukuba club. It certainly has been with them previously. And he's actually moved clubs since then. Now with Columbia Sportswear Japan. First time he tried the sport, he lifted 98 kilos and thought, oh, okay, I think I might be good at this, and he is. So this is an attempt at a new lifetime best in the opening round. And if he gets a shot at successfully lifting all 3 attempts, the new total lift competition may be able to launch an assault on that as well. 145 for Ichikawa for Japan. He's got that lifted. And he's away and clear. 2 out of 3 in his favour. Just one going against on the press sequence, but that's fine. He leads 145. Good, solid, clean attempt. And he leads across the board. Again, this is a competition where there is nobody from outside Asia or Oceania competing, which is certainly a big difference from the previous championships in Kitakyushu, where we'd quite a lot competing for Chile, Italy, Moldova, Ireland. Still a few travel restrictions in some parts of the world, so still not straightforward to get across the world. Next up, for Korea, Choi Kyun-jin. This is very close to his lifetime best of 155, going here for 153. In fact, 155 was his original target, the Asian Games bronze medalist, going back to 2006. That was in Kuala Lumpur when it was still the FESPIC Games. By 8 kilos, this would be the best of the day. Finished 8th at the World Championships in Tbilisi at the end of last year. 5th in Tokyo at the Paralympic Games last summer. Oh, that looks nice. It is. 3 out of 3, white out, 3 white lights for Choi Kyun-jin, and that was just textbook. The view we have is pretty much directly side on, and that was just lovely technique. Very, very nice. Technique was just pristine. That was a good job, well done. Puts him into the lead. Choi winning bronze in the 48 kilo discipline in 06 at those Fespic Games. What are the Asian Para Games now? So, next up, Bin An Nguyen. He's going high, he's going for 172. Lifetime best is 183. This for the lead for the defending champion, the man who has won gold in the last 3 Asia-Oceania Championships, the last 2 Asian Games, the last 2 Southeast Asian Games. His coach Nguyen Hong Phug, based in Ho Chi Minh. No mark in his last 2 World Championships, having won silver in 2017 in Mexico City. So here he comes, 172, and he's looking to shake up the competition already. Just 1 miss out of the 7 lifts we've seen already. Steady does it. Yes! 2 out of 3 in his favour, and it was the down sequence he was voted down on from our centre referee from Greece. But that's all good for Nguyen Bin An. He leads 172. He's not far off his lifetime best with that straight away. Contending immediately. And how? Lots of positivity in this competition to date, and it's really good to see so many lifts across the men's and the women's sections where we've barely had a miss. Here is our reigning Asian record holder, going for 175. Disregard the personal best there, that's not correct. David Italiev, the World and Paralympic champion, 185, his Asian record set in Tbilisi, actually in the World Cup, May of last year. Went on to score glory in the 2 major championships of last year in Tokyo, the Paralympic Games in September, and then November into December in Tbilisi again at the World Championships. Silver in the Asian Games in Jakarta 4 years ago, a couple of weeks prior to that in Kitakyushu. Bronze in the Asia-Oceania Championships. This is not the heaviest attempt of the opening round. Dektariev going for 175. This is going to be a fair old fight. Looks to be a 3-way battle for the gold. And Dektariev's into the lead. 2 out of The World Championship silver medalist behind Dektariev in Tbilisi, Yang Jinglang for China. And he's going for 176 in this opening round. 5 off his lifetime best, and his original intention was 167. Instead, it's 176. Well, he really is going for it here. Yang Jinglang, 4th in 2017 in Mexico City at the Worlds, didn't register a mark. In Nur Sultan, went high, missed out. Silver behind Dektariev in Tbilisi. $176 for an early lead here. Oh, it's 2-1 against, and it's the stop sequence from both where they felt he went wrong. 183 and 185 he missed out in those World Championships 3 years ago. He started lower here with 176, but the stop sequence has gone wrong for him and misses out in the opening round. One of only 2 misses of the 10. Was looking to start conservatively at 167 and then said, well, hold on a sec. Think I can do better than that, and he went for better than that, but did not get it. Wow. So David Dektariev leads 175 for Kazakhstan. Nguyen Binan, 2nd for Vietnam, 172. And Choi for Korea, 3rd on 153. Ichikawa, currently 4th for Japan on 145. Into round 2. Tanakrit Mangtort, 114 he got in the opening round, 116 his target in round 2. This would be another new lifetime best. So here he comes, 116. Would put him into the lead in terms of the total lift, and that is what has happened. 2 out of 3 in his favour. Very, very well done. Excellent lift. And he could ask no more of himself than that. Good and clean. Excellently produced.
The Paralympic representing Japan, Takuya Yukihira.
Takuya Fujihira missed out in the opening round on 118, going for that again, and that would put him into 6th place in terms of the best lift to date. Fujihira in his first major championship. Good crowd on the floor here this morning. Great crowds in the stands earlier. Very good to see. So here he comes, 118, has to get this right. That wasn't straightforward on the press, but he kept it clean. 2 out of 3 in his favour, he's on the board, goes 6th. Gets on the board as well for the total lift, but will have lost a lot of ground to the rest by being unsuccessful first time around. It certainly will be up against it, getting into the top 3 in that. But he's done well. That's a lifetime best too for him, getting that 118. And he can only rue the fact that he didn't get that first time around. The technique wasn't right. But it was here. So now, everybody from here on in, if they are successful, will take the lead in terms of the total lift at least. As is Samipekulu, a chance to go 6th in the best lift, where our traditional champions have always been crowned. I have to say, Kyrgyzstan have got a really good flag and got a really good singlet as well, based off that flag. $122 Samipekulu is aiming for, which would be a new lifetime best, having matched his best in the opening round. This for 122 to go into 6th place. Here he comes, 122. His technique in the first round was brilliant. I think that's really good as well. It is. 3 out of 3, a white out, 3 white lights. And his performance so far has been textbook. He leads in the total lift competition. He's got a chance of a medal in that, definitely. In terms of the best lift, he's about 31 kilos off that right now. But in terms of the total kilograms lifted, I think he's got a really good chance if he keeps that technique up. That's so smooth. Let's look at this. This is the best, heaviest lift of his life in competition, and he made it look absolutely smooth. As if he does it every day. He's never done that before in competition. That's great. Jung Bongjun of Korea. 115 lifted in the opening round, adding 10 to it here. And this again would be top spot in the total lift competition. And this would be a new lifetime best as well. You've got to love the new horizons that are being found by a lot of our competitors here, and it's just interesting talking to somebody over breakfast that in Rio there were an inordinate amount of unsuccessful lifts. It's just so gratifying to see that it's going so right. Well, I've spoken too soon a bit in the case of Jung. I hope not. Yeah, it's all gone against him there. All three in the press sequence, but also can tell you in terms of the stop sequence and the body position, everybody's voted against him. He just didn't get that press right, I'm afraid. It was just too much for him. Got a chance to get that right next time round, but it is gratifying to see. I did have to start saying that during what ended up being an unsuccessful lift. Typical! But it's gratifying to see that most of the lifts we've seen so far have been successful. So far today, at least, across the women's 50 kilo final and the men's 54. And next time I try and say something like that, I'll try and say it after a lift instead of trying to put the knockers on somebody who's on the bench at the time. That's one of only 3 unsuccessful lifts we've seen out of 14. Farman Basha of India, 132. Got 130 in the previous round. Involved in coaching himself now a huge amount. So here he comes, Farman Basha, 132, and again, this would be the lead in the total lift competition. Only added 2 kilos onto the bar from the last time, but he is doing brilliantly. He's 5th in the competition, and in terms of the most kilos lifted, nobody surpassed him to date. That was just excellent. 132 and 130, and so far he's doing really well. It's voted down by our centre referee, Pascalina from Greece, but from the side he looked good, and he's looking good overall at the moment. $262 overall. You can see he's got top spot in the total lift so far. Zamabek Ulu in second in that. Here comes Mitsunori Ishikawa of Japan. 149 he's aiming for. Sixth in Kitakyushu in the last Asia Oceania Championships. This to keep him in fourth place. It would have him 4 kilos off the medals in our Orthodox Championship. In terms of total lifts, this would put him into top spot. 2 challenges for medals here for Mitsunori Ishikawa. Didn't qualify for the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. It was good news that we're able to get crowds for the Paralympic competitions. Empty stands across the board. Obviously for the Olympic Games, the COVID protocols had been relaxed by the time the Paralympic Games had come along. To 149, he'd only left 10 seconds on the clock, but didn't waste any time. Oh, they've all gone against him. Now, that was the press sequence from 2 of our 3 referees, the stop sequence from our right side referee. And they've all voted him down. Misses out on 149. Still has a chance. But in terms of the total lift, he'll have fallen down the field a bit there, unfortunately. No success this time. Well, missed out that time. Here comes Choi Kyun-jin of Korea going for 155. Currently lying in the bronze medal position. And in terms of the total lift, this would put him in first place. We've had 2 misses in this second round through Jung and Ichikawa. 2 misses in the opening round from Fujihira and Yang. So the likes of Tanakrit Macintorn and Azizbak Semebek Ulu, who have been successful with their 2 lifts to date, and Farman Basha as well. They've got great prospects in the total lift competition. Door opens very well if you get all 3 lifts. When it comes to the total. $155 then for Choi Kyun-jin, the Asian Games bronze medalist from 16 years ago. It's the only major championship medal. Well, that can change today. Lot might have changed with that lift, and he's got it! 155. All 3 in his favour, a whiteout for him, and he goes into the gold medal position in the total lift. Brilliant! His chances in the total. He's got 308 in the total lift. Still needs really to get his third attempt in and be successful with that. But right now, his bronze and gold in the two categories. Got that absolutely spot on. Nice lifting from Choi Kyun-jin. Well then. The man they call Hercules. The man who finished 8th in the World Championship last year, his best ever result in 5 World Championships. He's got himself a great chance of a medal here at these Asia Oceania Championships. Here is Yang Jinglang of China, the World Championship silver medalist, bronze in the last Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu. It's the third heaviest weight in this second round, but it would put Yang into the lead. Nguyen on 172, Dektariev on 175. Yang went for and missed this tally of 176 in the opening round. 181 is his lifetime best. .185 is the Asian record. So Yang, 176 to take the lead. Didn't get this last time. It looks cleaner. Is it really? It is! 2-1 in his favour, and just the stop sequence from a right-hand side referee. He leads. Yang Jinglang goes in front, edging out Dektariev by 1 kilo for now. He leads, goes into the gold medal position. But we're going to go higher in this second round. Nice lift. And I suppose from that angle, that's the same angle as a right-hand side referee. And wouldn't have seen an obvious touching of the chest in the stop, but looked fine from the other two angles, so he's good. Next, Nguyen Binan for Vietnam, going for 178 to take the lead, currently in the bronze medal position. This would be the lead in both the regular best lift and the new total lift. Would bring his tally to 350 kilos all told that he would have lifted in total today. It's only 5 kilos off his lifetime best. Still plenty of time. Nguyen for 178. The defending champion, the reigning Asian Paragames champion. Oh, he's missed out, and it's the stop sequence. 2 out of 3 against chance of the medals. David Dektariev going for 180. It's just 5 kilos off his Asian record set in Tbilisi a year and a month ago. This for 180. Currently in the silver medal position to go back into the lead. Big chance for Dektariev for Kazakhstan. Bronze in the last Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu in 2018. A couple of weeks later went to Jakarta, won silver behind Nguyen in the Asian Games. A reminder, they're not now happening this year. Moved to 2023 to Hangzhou, the Asian Para Games and the Asian Games. Dektariev, 180 to reclaim the lead. Has he done it? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. It's a good lift, a whiteout, 3 out of 3. For David Dektariev. Excellently done. 175 and now 180. Leads in the best lift and the total lift as well. But no variant yet in terms of our winners in both competitions, but that can obviously change. Dektariev way out in front. Dektariev leading on 180. Yang 176. Nguyen in third, 172. In terms of the total, Dektariev leading in that, 355. Choi is in second. And Farman Basha currently in third. Zamabekulu now fourth. They will be hoping, the latter names there, that the heavier lifters have a few problems in the final round. McIntorn can burst into the top 3 in terms of the total lift, should he get this at 118. But he will stay 9th in terms of the traditional best lift. Wutachai Sukswate, his coach, who, as we always say, is not necessarily the person who's on stage with him. Well, here he comes at 118, and he found that a struggle, absolutely, and the spotters had to jump in and help. 116 then his best. Got his first 2 lifts, but not the third one. 230 is best in terms of the overall then. In terms of total lift. And 116 leaves him in 9th spot. Still above Jung of Korea, whose best lift so far is 115, but he'll be aiming for a bit higher shortly. Takuya Fujihira, his third and final round attempt. Missed 118 in the opening round, needed 2 attempts to get it. Now going 4-1-2-2. This would be another lifetime best for a man we're seeing for the first time on the international stage. Boost his total lift to 240 and would send him well up the rankings. He'd still be outside the medals in that. He would join Zamabek Ulu on 122 if he gets this as well. In terms of the best lift. Here he comes. Oh, it's 2 and against. And that is on the press. So, unsuccessful with 2 of his 3 lifts, but he got on the board anyway. He avoided a wipeout, and that's good news. Finishes on 118, and that is 8th spot for now in terms of his best lift. A solid major championship debut for Takuya Fujihira. Has to work on that technique a little bit with the press. He's kind of twirling the bar above him as well as he's moving it up. Which you don't see really a lot of. So nobody successful in this 3rd round so far, actually. So Jung Boinlung going again for 125, which would be another lifetime best. So here he comes, 125, and that's a struggle for Jung. And just too much, I'm afraid to say, for him there. So won't get that. But he got 115, and that is a new lifetime best for him. And that has him 10th overall in terms of both the best lift, the orthodox competition, and the new total lift. But a major championship debut that the 21-year-old will remember, and thankfully everybody in this has avoided a wipeout, and I don't think we've had one yet in the entire championship. Big lift coming here for Azizbek Samibek Ulu. He'd stay 7th if he gets it, but in terms of the total lift, it would, for now, see him leap from 4th to the gold medal position for Kyrgyzstan. It's been good conservative lifting so far. He's kept within his abilities. And saying that, this would be his 3rd lifetime best of the day. Hasn't gone crazy. And if he gets this, then he's got a brilliant chance of winning a total lift medal. His 2 lifts so far have been just beautiful. This could be something else. 125. Well, he got it raised. And he's got it! 2 out of 3 in his favour. Just a side referee going against him in the press sequence, but that's fine. He leads on the total lift. 362. Tektariev second, 355. He's had a great competition. 3 lifetime bests today. He matched his lifetime best in the opening round and he's exceeded it twice. That's really good. So, 125 is 7th in terms of the best lift, but in terms of overall everything combined, he's the best of the day. Farman Basha can overtake him. 135 his target. He'll stay 6th in terms of our best lift, but this would give him a total lift of 397. Put him into the gold medal position in that. To lift more kilos combined than anyone else. Farman Basha, the Asian Games silver medalist and the Asia Oceania bronze medalist previously. And in terms of he was at the Americas Open in Bogota in 2018 and he won the silver in that, the man from Bengaluru. 135 to get him into the gold medal position in the total lift. And he's there. 3 out of 3. And I'm pretty sure he knows he's there. Well, that's super for Farman Basha. 397 combined. He's lifted today. That puts him into the gold medal position on the total lift. 5th for now. Excellently done. So, aiming for 150, Mitsunori Ishikawa, who's got 145 so far, missed 149. That would have certainly had him in with a chance of a medal potentially in the total lift as well, but 150 will keep him in 5th spot. in the orthodox standings. Ishikawa, who's been 10th at the World Championships in Nur Sultan 3 years ago. And he can't be displaced from his best ever finish at an Asia Oceania Championship. 6th last time, 4 years ago, 5th here. And he's going to finish 5th, one way or another. $150 for Ishikawa for Japan. Got it up there. Oh, and he's just missed out. Press sequence from 2 of the 3. 145 he ends up with, and that is 5th spot for him. And down the rankings in the total lift. But Ishikawa has his best finish in a championship, 5th. Wasn't pressed equally, and that's an angle that you can see that from. Four to go. Our medalists are all here. So now, Choi, he's going to finish 4th in terms of the best lift, the orthodox competition, but he's got something else to aim for here. If he gets this, he leaps above Farman Basha in terms of the total number of kilos lifted across the competition. Would put him into the gold medal position on 4.65. And there's only one man who can knock him down from top spot, so if he gets this, in terms of the total lift, it is at worst silver. The way it's standing, Farman Basha and Alisazbek Samabek Ulu are in the medals still. That's in the total lift. So 157 for Choi. That is smooth. It's cool. It's good. It's good. And he's in the lead in the total lift. He's 4th in the standings in the best lift. That is tremendous. Choi will win a medal in the total lift, and currently it's gold, 4.65. Yang and Nguyen have both missed lifts. They cannot overtake him. They'd have to break the world record in able to overtake him in the total lift, so that won't happen. And Choi, who last won a medal at a major championship 16 years ago in the previous version of the Asian Para Games, is in the gold medal standings here overall. Basha second, Zamabakulu third. And only Diktariev can knock them down if he gets his last lift. Choi will win a medal and Basha will win a medal in the total lift. That's guaranteed. The battle for gold in the traditional best lift. Currently in silver is Yang on 176. If he gets this, he matches Diktariev and would have a share of the gold. And in the old days, on the head-to-head and body weight, Yang matching Diktariev would put him into the gold medal position because he's 20 kilos lighter and 200 kilos lighter in body weight. Grams! Grams! Yeah, not kilos. You probably worked that out yourself. 200 grams lighter. Anyway, that's a moot point. That's history, as it's no longer done that way in the head-to-head. To get into the gold medal position, a share of it for now, 180. It's Yang. Needs to get this lift right. Oh, it's 2 and against. For different reasons, for the stop sequence from our left-hand referee and the press sequence on the right. And he doesn't get it. He remains in the silver medal position on 176. Only one successful lift out of the 3 and out of contention for a medal in the total lift. Yang misses out on gold. The World Championship silver medalist will have silver at best in Asia. This man can knock him down to bronze. That's where Nguyen Binh An currently is for Vietnam. The defending champion. This for 183 and this to leap up into the gold medal position. It would match his lifetime best and his old Asian record. So for 183, he's guaranteed the bronze at worst anyway, but doesn't want that, being the defending champion. Won gold 4 years ago in the Asia Oceania Championships and then the Asian Para Games. Nguyen going for gold. 183. Steady. Oh, he's missed out, and it was the stop sequence from the 2 of the 3 referees who voted him down. It is bronze for Nguyen. 172 he got in the opening round. So we have our champion. It's David Diktariev. And he knows he's won it even before he comes out. It's still a medal for Nguyen Binian. So watch the stop here.
The bar is loaded at 180 kilograms. Representing Kazakhstan, David Ilyev.
So David Dektariev going for 183. He has won the gold. And if he gets this, he wins gold in the total lift as well. It's currently fourth in that. Choi right now is leading. Farman Basha second. Azizbek Zamabek Ulu in third. This is a big moment for Azizbek Zamabek Ulu. He is in bronze medal position in his first major championship as an elite. Fourth in the World Juniors previously. He gets the bronze in the total lift if this is missed by Dektariev, the reigning World and Paralympic champion. This for 183. He's got the gold on the best lift. Has he got the gold in the total lift? He doesn't! All against him on the press. He misses out at 183. Dektariev is the Asia Oceania champion as well as World and Paralympic champion. But Choi Kun-jin of Korea wins the total lift. And that is a career changer. His first championship medal in 16 years. And it is a gold at continental level. Yes, you see that on the way up. It wasn't pressed equally. I think you could tell from his reaction he knew he hadn't got that. So, Dektariev takes the gold. Yang second. And Nguyen third. Dektariev 180, Yang 176, Nguyen 172. But look at those total figures. Choi takes the gold in the total lift. Farman Basha the silver for India. And Zamabek Ulu in his major championship debut outside of the junior next gen ranks as a senior, as an elite. Zamabek Ulu gets the bronze in the total lift, edging out Dektariev by 7 kilos because he got all three of his lifts. And that's the point of the new total category. Consistency, you get all your lifts, there's a great chance of being in the podium, and those three are. Dektariev is the Asia Oceania champion. So the victory ceremony for the men's 54 kg final in Pyeongtaek. First of all, the traditional ceremony for best lift.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalists, representing Vietnam, Nguyen Binh An.
The outgoing champion. Gold in the last 3 Asia Oceania Championships, but not now. It is bronze for Nguyen Binh An. Lifting 172, went for gold with the last attempt at 183, didn't get it. Just missed that. It was 2-1 against him as it was 178, which would have been the silver for him, but bronze instead for Nguyen this time. Bronze at the Asia Oceania Championships 4 years ago for Yang Jinglang. Successful in the second round at 176. That saw him overtake the 172 of Nguyen from his first round attempt, and Yang gets the silver.
And the gold medalist, representing Kazakhstan, with a best of 180 kilograms.
Gold being presented by Jun Young Lan, the Pyeongtaek Worry Food Research Association president, by the way, to David Dektariev, the world and Paralympic champion, and now Asia Oceania champion as well. 180 gets the gold for Kazakhstan. Really excellent display from a man who's emerged in the past couple of years to begin to dominate this weight division. A brilliant 2021 when he took the top 2 crowns, a unique year. Never had a World Championship and a Paralympic Games in the same year previously. Dektariev took the honours in both of those. And it's been no flash in the pan. He's kept it going to be crowned Asia Oceania champion with that lift of 180. The champion dethroned Nguyen Binh An, the new champion, David Dektariev. Total lift ceremony to follow. For the men who cumulatively lifted more than anyone else.
victory ceremony.
So now the total lift.
Open Asian men's up to 54 kilograms category. Please welcome the medalists.
There's quite a few stories to be told here. We've got a first-time major championship medalist. Full stop. Another winning his first major championship medal since 2006. Azizbek Zamabek Ulu. His first major championship. And he gets the bronze. Lifts of 115, 122, 125, 362 in total. Made all of his lifts. The 3 men out of the 10 who made all their lifts, so the 3 on the podium. Farman Basha gets the silver, having previously been an Asian Championship silver medalist in 2015, Asian Games silver in 2018, bronze in 2014, and for the total lift he picks up the silver here. 4th in the Paralympic Games in Rio.
And the gold medalist, representing South Korea, taking it with a total of 465 kilograms.
And in terms of the relevance of the total lift, the man who lifted more than anybody else, cumulatively 465 kilos, Choi Kyun-jin, wins his first championship medal since the 2006 Asian Games. And for the total lift, he is the champion. His first major championship medal for 16 years, and it's gold for Choi Kyun-jin. And that is a career maker. That's a career changer potentially as well for the 45-year-old. His first major title. What a glorious result. The 3 men who've been the most consistent. Farman Basha picks up silver, and Azizbek Zamabek Ulu the bronze for Kyrgyzstan. Well, what a display from these 3. What a reward for these 3. We are back in an hour. We've got the women's 55 kilo final underway at 3:30 Korean time. It's 2:15 now. We'll welcome you back in about an hour. Men's 59 kilo is on at the end of the day, but we'll be back with the women's 55 kilo final in around 60 minutes.